How to fix Teamfight Tactics, TFT, not uninstalling with product not found error. Welcome back to AppData. Today, we delve into a frustrating, yet surprisingly common, technical challenge. The product not found error when attempting to uninstall Teamfight Tactics, TFT, or the Riot Client. This error typically signifies a corrupted or missing uninstallation entry within the Windows operating system, rather than the physical game files themselves being absent. While the game files might still reside on your disk, the system lacks the crucial metadata to execute a standard removal process, leaving you in a digital limbo. Our comprehensive guide will navigate you through a series of increasingly advanced troubleshooting steps, ensuring a clean and complete uninstallation of TFT and its associated components. Here are the definitive solutions to resolve the product not found error during TFT uninstallation. Terminate all Riot-related processes. Begin by opening Task Manager, Ctrl+Shift+ESC, and navigating to the Details or Processes tab. Systematically locate and end tasks for all processes related to Riot Client, Riot Games, League of Legends, or Teamfight Tactics to release any file locks. This ensures no active application interferes with the deletion process. Manually delete the main Riot Games directory. Locate your primary Riot Games installation folder, typically found at C/Riot Games. Right-click on the folder and select Delete to move it to the recycle bin, effectively removing the core game and client files. Confirm that you have administrative privileges to execute this deletion. Clear residual AppData cache and configuration files. Press Windows key +R to open the Run dialog, then type %local appdata% and press Enter. In the appdata/local directory that opens, find and permanently delete any Riot Games folder, as this contains crucial cached data and user-specific configurations that can prevent a clean uninstall. This step addresses hidden files that standard uninstallation routines often miss. Empty the recycle bin and restart your system. After manually deleting files and folders, ensure you completely empty your recycle bin to finalize the removal of these components from your system. Following this, perform a full system restart, which helps clear any lingering processes or temporary files in memory that could still reference the uninstalled software. Utilize the programs and features, appwiz.cpl interface. Even after manual deletion, orphaned entries might persist in Windows Programs and Features list. Access this by typing appwiz.cpl into the Run dialog, Windows key +R, and manually locating any remaining Riot or TFT entries, then attempting to uninstall them from there. This specifically targets the Windows Installer database. Run Uninstaller processes as administrator. Always ensure you are logged in with an administrator account, or explicitly run any uninstallation executable with administrative privileges. Right-click the Uninstaller or Client shortcut and select Run as Administrator to bypass user account control restrictions that might prevent full system modifications. This elevation of privilege is critical for accessing protected system files. Employ a dedicated third-party uninstaller utility. Consider using specialized third-party uninstallation software, such as Uninstaller or Uninstaller. These tools are designed to deeply scan for and remove associated registry entries, leftover files, and hidden components that standard Windows uninstallation might overlook, providing a more thorough cleanup. They are often more effective at handling corrupted uninstall entries. Leverage the Windows program Install and Uninstall Troubleshooter. Microsoft offers a dedicated troubleshooter specifically for issues with installing or uninstalling programs. Download and run the program Install and Uninstall Troubleshooter from the Microsoft support website. It can automatically diagnose and fix corrupted registry keys or other problems preventing successful uninstallation. This tool is designed to identify and repair critical installation metadata. Manually clean the Windows registry. Advanced users only. For advanced users, carefully open the registry editor, regedit, exe, and navigate to hkilocom/software/Microsoft/Windows/current version/uninstall. Search for and meticulously delete any keys associated with Riot Games, Teamfight Tactics, or League of Legends, but exercise extreme caution as incorrect modifications can destabilize your system. It's imperative to back up your registry before attempting this step. Execute the System File Checker (SFC) command. Corrupted system files can sometimes interfere with uninstallation routines. Open command prompt as an administrator and run sfc/scannow to scan for and repair any damaged Windows system files. This utility ensures the integrity of core operating system components, which might indirectly resolve issues with program removal. Reinstall Teamfight Tactics and then uninstall. A common workaround for a product not found error is to reinstall the game completely, which often rebuilds the necessary uninstallation entries and files. Once reinstalled, attempt to uninstall it again through Programs and Features, as the system now has a complete and valid installation record to reference. This method frequently resolves issues caused by partial or corrupted previous uninstalls. Utilize msiexec commands for stubborn installer issues. If the uninstall entry is severely corrupted, you might attempt to use msiexec from an elevated command prompt. You would need the product's GUID, Globally Unique Identifier, which can sometimes be found in registry entries, and then use a command like msiexec/x. This is a powerful, low-level method for interacting directly with the Windows installer. Attempt uninstallation in Windows Safe Mode. Restart your computer into Safe Mode, which loads Windows with only essential drivers and services. This minimizes conflicts with background applications or third-party software that might be locking files or interfering with the uninstallation process. Once in Safe Mode, attempt to uninstall TFT via Programs and Features. Verify folder and file permissions. Ensure your user account has full administrative control over the Riot Games installation directory and its contents. Right-click the folder, go to Properties, then Security tab, and check permissions for your user and administrators. Incorrect permissions can prevent files from being deleted or modified during the uninstall. Create a new local user account. Sometimes, user profile corruption can lead to uninstallation failures. Create a new local administrator account on your Windows system and log in with it. Attempt to uninstall TFT or the Riot Client from this new account. If successful, it indicates the issue was tied to your original user profile settings. Temporarily disable antivirus and firewall software. Security software can sometimes flag legitimate uninstallation processes as malicious, blocking their execution. Temporarily disable your antivirus program and Windows Firewall before attempting the uninstallation. Remember to re-enable them immediately after the process is complete for continued system protection. Review Windows Event Viewer for specific errors. Open the Event Viewer, type Event for in Run, and navigate to Windows Logs application or system. Look for error entries around the time you attempted the uninstall, specifically those related to msiexec, application error, or Windows installer. These logs can provide critical clues about the root cause of the failure. Perform a system restore to an earlier point. If the product not found error started recently after a system change or software installation, consider using System Restore to revert your computer's state to a time when TFT uninstallation was functioning correctly. This will undo recent system-level changes that may have corrupted the uninstall entry. Check for pending Windows updates. Ensure your Windows operating system is fully up to date. Pending updates can sometimes interfere with system functionalities, including program installation and uninstallation routines. Install all available updates and restart your computer before attempting to uninstall TFT again. Utilize the Riot Client's repair function. While not a direct uninstallation fix, the Riot Client often includes a repair option within its settings or launcher. Running this repair utility can fix corrupted client files and potentially restore the integrity of its uninstall information, making it discoverable for removal by the operating system. By systematically working through these solutions, you should be able to overcome the persistent product not found error and successfully remove Teamfight Tactics from your system. Don't forget to follow AppData for more in-depth technical guides and solutions.